Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So, Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you for joining us today. I'd like to seek the good wishes and the blessings of the assembled Vaishnavas and Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Gonitai, Radha Krishna, Krishna Balaram, so that we can honor this incredible devotee. This one session is not going to be enough, but we'll fit it in. Srila Madhavendra Puri is his disappearance day. And we celebrate the appearance and disappearance days of these great devotees. Even the disappearance days, because it means they've gone back to the spiritual world. Of course, they were a huge loss to the community of Vaishnavas when they left. But Vaishnavas are happy that they have returned back to the spiritual kingdom. So this is a verse in Chaitanya Adilila, 9th chapter and 10th verse.
Jaya Shri Madhavendra Puri Krishna Prema Pura Bhakti Kalpa Tarura Teno Prathamankura. Translation: All glories to Shri Madhavendra Puri, the storehouse of all devotion service unto Krishna. He is a desiratory of devotion service, and it is in him that the seed of devotion service first fructified.
So the line of disciplic succession goes from, if you like, if we start at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's a Supreme Lord himself. He had no need to take initiation or diksha, but he did, as to set an example, from Ishwara Puri. And Ishwara Puri's guru is Madhavendra Puri, this amazing personality. We're going to have a quick look at his life. Before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, he sent his eternal associates, like Advaitacharya, Sri Jagannath Mishra, Sachi Mata, Madhavendra Puri, Ishwara Puri to earth. Madhavendra Puri appeared in the 14th century, and he took initiation from Lakshmipati Tirtha in the Madhavacharya Sampradaya, and is also highly revered by the Vallabhacharya Pushti Marg. So, Madhavendra Puri was a sannyasi, and he had many disciples, including really famous ones, Nityananda Prabhu and Advaitacharya, as well as Ishwari Puri. Ishwara Puri is the spiritual master of Gauranga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In one way or another, all the Vaishnavas in Bengal and Jagannath Puri were connected with Madhavendra Puri. He was completely absorbed in his love of Krishna. He loudly chanted and sang the names and glories of the Lord without thinking of the time or place. Sometimes in his ecstasy, he didn't know whether it was day or night. Sometimes he laughed, sometimes he wept, sometimes he danced wildly, and sometimes he fell to the ground unconscious. He took absolutely no interest in anything not connected with Krishna, and for fear of talking about anything other than the Lord, he always lived without a companion. It's funny, I'm just going through the 11th canto, one of the chapters, and this is quite a big point, that how we should actually try to live alone. Anyway, we'll come to that when we hit the 11th canto. He would eat only if somebody offered him food, otherwise he would simply fast. His meeting with Gopal, after an extensive pilgrimage of Bharat Bhumi, Madhavendra Puri was in Vrindavan. So this is even before the time of Chaitanya. So, Vrindavan would have been, it was basically forest. Wandering from grove to grove, constantly fainting in ecstasy, remembering Radha and Krishna's sweet Vrindavan pastimes. Krishna reciprocated with Madhavendra Puri's love. Once at Govinda Kund in Govardhan, Madhavendra Puri was fasting and meditating. Suddenly, a beautiful cowherd boy, Gopal, came with a pot of milk, placed it before Madhavendra Puri. Please drink the milk I have brought for you, the boy said. So this is Govinda Kund in Govardhan. Now it's been excavated into a very big kund, very nice kund. So when we do parikram, we would come across Govinda Kund. Seeing the beauty of the boy, Madhavendra Puri became satisfied in his mind, and hearing these sweet words, he forgot all hunger and thirst. Then, within an instant, the Lord left the place. Madhavendra's heart was filled with wonder. Later he realized who the boy actually was. Krishna himself. So this is a very famous painting which has been done to honor this particular transaction between the Lord and his pure devotee. Madhavendra Puri felt that he didn't recognize Krishna and he started searching for the Lord. However, he couldn't find him. Soon afterwards, the same cowherd boy appeared to Madhavendra Puri in a dream and revealed to him that he, as the Gopal deity, was buried nearby under some bushes. So long before, when the Mohammedans had come, invaded Bharat and the area of Mathura, at that time the priests, they actually hid many deities. And one of them was this Gopal deity. Gopal said, "For many days I have been observing you and I have been wondering, when will Madhavendra Puri come to serve me? Now that you have come, please unearth the Gopal deity, which is none other than myself, my very self." This Gopal deity is Srinathji, currently worshipped in Natwar by the Pushti. That's why there's such a deep connection between Madhavendra Puri and the Pushti as well. So out of intense love, Madhavendra Puri excavated the Gopal deity with the cooperative assistance of the Brijabasis, and then celebrated Gopal's installation with great happiness and love. Huge uncut offerings were made every day for the next 2 years by many villages. This was one of the most glorious sort of congregational service to the deity of Gopal. They would feed him and they would bathe him, because he was underground for a long time. So they would just feed him. He would eat and eat and eat.
And I think each village.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, yes.
Where is this deity now of Gopal, Prabhuji?
Srinath, Natwar.
Srinathji, Nathdwara.
Yes, Natwar.
Oh, I've seen it then.
You've seen it, yes.
Yeah,
Beautiful black.
yeah, beautiful, huge black one, yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's him. That's him. He was worshipped in Vrindavan and then they took him to Natwar.
I've seen it as well. Haribo.
Yes, it's amazing deity. Very beautiful deity. Madhavendra Puri built an exquisite temple for Gopal and arranged for local lavish loving daily worship. "I have accepted your service," said Gopal, "because of your ecstatic love for me." Due to the oppressive reign of Aurangzeb, this original Gopal deity known as Srinathji was moved around 1669 to Natwar, Rajasthan, and is worshipped with great love and pomp. So now their worship is second to none. Absolutely amazing worship. There is. This must be the deity you've seen, right? Kamakshi and Naniben?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yes.
There's a slight story with three sisters went and Aruna was looking after her mobiles, and by the time she came in, the curtains went, so she didn't see it, though she was there. Look at the destiny.
Yeah. Well, she can see him now.
I'm doing darshan now. So
Yes. Well done. Well done. Well done.
Yeah, it's a very nice darshan.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's a very nice darshan.
Thank you, Pawan.
Yeah, I will talk afterward when you finish.
Yes, of course, of course. To test Madhavendra Puri's love still further, he ordered in another dream, Gopal asked him to bring a special kind of sandalwood pulp from Jagannath Puri to cool his body. Gopal was still feeling hot from being buried in the jungle for so many years, and sandalwood pulp wood is well known for its cooling, soothing effect. Delighted with this chance to serve his dear Lord, Madhavendra Puri set off on foot on the 800-mile journey to Jagannath Puri. Along the way, he stopped first at Shantipur. That's the place of Advaitacharya. Yeah. And then in the Ramuna at the temple of Gopinath. And this deity of Krishna showed him another loving favor. So this is another famous pastime, Gopinath. Every day, the temple priests offered Gopinath 12 pots of the most delicious sweet rice in the world. Madhavendra Puri heard about the delicious sweet rice and he wanted to taste a little of it so that he could prepare a similar sweet rice, similar dish for his own deity, Gopal. But Madhavendra Puri immediately checked his thoughts and felt that he had committed a great sin by wanting to eat what was being offered to the Lord. So without saying a word to anyone, he left the temple, repenting deeply for his offense, so-called offense. And he went to the marketplace in the town. Of course, he didn't want to taste the sweet rice for himself. He wanted it to make as an offering later on to his deity of Gopal. So it was no real offense. But Madhavendra Puri is very sensitive. Meanwhile, Gopinath so actually what happened, everybody went asleep and Gopinath stole, hence his name, Kirchor Gopinath. He stole one of the pots and he came in a dream to his pujaris, the Brahmin priests, telling one of them, please get up and open the door to the temple. You will find a pot of sweet rice I have kept for Madhavendra. Take it to him. He is in the marketplace. This is truly
amazing.
truly extraordinary.
Sorry.
How Gopinath so merciful to his devotee. How Krishna reciprocates with his devotees. The priest woke, found, and he was shocked. This priest was shocked, right? He hadn't had a dream like this before. He was thinking, is this true? Anyway, he had a shower. He went into the temple room. He found the pot of sweet rice. He was amazed. He took it to the marketplace and he began to scream out loud, Madhavendra, please come and take this pot of sweet rice. Gopinath stole it for you. You are the most fortunate person in the world. On hearing this, Madhavendra Puri came out and with ecstatic love, he accepted and ate the sweet rice the Lord had sent to him. To this day, the deity in the temple at Remuna is known as Kirchor Gopinath, the deity who stole sweet rice. There it is. This is the deity, Kirchor Gopinath, Remuna.
Are these in Vrindavan, these deities?
Remuna, which is in Orissa. Right?
Orissa, near
okay.
Puri, near Jagannath Puri.
Okay, Haribo.
Yeah. And they still make that same sweet rice there, which is extraordinary. And I think he also ate the pot because he knew that Krishna had touched the pot. So slowly, every day he'd eat a little bit of that clay pot. This prasad, Krishna's touched it. Madhavendra Puri continued his journey to Jagannath Puri. And due to his reputation of being a great devotee, he easily obtained, because Gopinath told him, I want 82 pounds of Malayan sandalwood. So the king gave him that because even before he got there, the word had got around that Gopal has sent Madhavendra Puri for this. So the king made all the arrangements. He gave him men, because 82 pounds is no joke to carry. He gave him lots of money to pay tolls as they go through the different cities. And even though there were many other challenges, he then set off, Madhavendra Puri set off on the return journey. So when he again arrived at Remuna, Madhavendra Puri again visited the temple of Gopinath, and the priest this time served him the famous sweet rice. As he slept that night, his own Gopal deity appeared in a dream and said, Madhavendra Puri, there is no difference between my body and Gopinath's body. They are one and the same. Therefore, if you smear the chandan on his body, you will also be smearing it on my body. The Lord didn't want to burden his devotee. A long journey back. So Gopinath, this happens every single year, not just in the Gopinath temple, but a lot of temples around the world. Right? Chandan Yatra. In Vrindavan, they spend many days making this sandalwood paste. So And also Srinathji, another darshan, Aruna, Srinathji covered in Gopi Chandan during
Sandalwood.
and this is
Oh, probably. Can you go back? I was going to take a snapshot.
I can take one and send it to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Version of Radha Shyam Sundar. This is a couple of years ago.
Vrindavan.
We weren't there, of course.
Krishna Balram.
Krishna Balaram.
Avadita.
And Nrsimhadev in Mayapur,
Mayapur.
fully covered in Chandan.
It doesn't look ferocious, does he, when he's in Chandan? He looks a bit mellowed down.
Yeah, he's cool. Yeah, the Chandan cooled him down. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, definitely. Ah, Haribol.
Lord Jagannath gave direct instructions to King Indradumna to perform this festival, Chandan Yatra. Smearing the body of the Lord with ointment is an act of devotion, and the best of ointments is sandalwood paste. Since the month of Vaishak is very hot in Bharat, the cooling effect of sandalwood is very pleasing to the body of the Lord. Sandalwood paste is applied all over the body of Jagannath, leaving only his two eyes visible. The Utsav Murtis, functional deities, Vijay Utsav, are taken on procession and are placed in a boat in Narendra Pokhari, the temple pond. This happens every year. To commemorate this festival, Lord Chaitanya also carried out water sports with his devotees. So this is in Jagannath Puri. And this is the pond, temple pond. In Puri, Gauranga showed an intense mood of separation from Krishna, and it begins with a single verse spoken by Madhavendra Puri, his Param Guru. So this was one of the glories of Madhavendra Puri. This is the verse which he spoke.
Aidinyadayadru nate he Mathura nata kadavalokshe yashe Hridayam tvad alokakataram Daita pramyati kim karmayaham. Translation, O my Lord, O most merciful Master, O Master of Mathura, when shall I see you again? Because of my not seeing you, my agitated heart has become unsteady. O most beloved one, what shall I do now?
This is Radharani pleading to Krishna, and because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came with the hue of Radha, the mood of Radha, this really, this verse, when it was recited by Madhavendra Puri, really brought him into total ecstasy. Krishnadas Kaviraj says that as the diamond Kaustubha jewel is the most precious amongst all rare, valuable jewels, this slok is the Ras Kavya, the best verse in the entire treasure of Ras poetry. So, actually, this verse was spoken by Srimati Radharani herself. It was Radha's pathetic cry to Shyam Sundar, who had gone to Mathura, leaving her alone, desperate in Vrindavan. Radharani's mercy upon brought this same verse from the mouth of Madhavendra Puri. So the impact of this devotee is just incredible. Before Madhavendra Puri appeared, the disciplic succession of Madhavacharya had been full of ritualistic ceremonies with hardly any sign of love of Godhead. Madhavendra Puri was the first successor of Madhavacharya to exhibit the symptoms of love of Godhead. The tree of devotional service to Lord Chaitanya sprouted in him to Krishna, sprouted in him and later grew tall and broad in Lord Chaitanya, the incarnation of Krishna in the age of Kaur. Himself a disciple of Madhavendra Puri's disciple, Ishvara Puri, Lord Chaitanya spread devotional service throughout Bharat and ordered his own disciples to spread devotional service to every town and village in the world, which was achieved by our own His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So, at his life's end, Madhavendra Puri was deeply absorbed in conjugal love for Krishna. in great ecstasy, he repeatedly uttered a famous verse beginning with the line, "Oh my Lord, O most merciful Master, when shall I see you again?" It is said that this verse was originally spoken by Srimati Radharani herself, the same verse that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chanted. So before the time of Madhavendra Puri, nearly all devotees worship Krishna alone. Even if you see Srinathji, he's on his own, without Srimati Radharani. But after Madhavendra Puri's introduced conjugal love of God into spiritual life, more and more devotees began worshipping Krishna together with his eternal consort, Radha. So he's responsible for bringing us Radha Krishna. This is really his glory. Oh, that's it. Okay. So this is the end of life and times of Madhavendra Puri. So are there any comments or any questions? Yes, Prabhaben, did you want to add something? You're muted.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, I muted you again.
Sorry.
Muted, still muted. Okay.
That's fine now. I know I missed yesterday. I have got a friend. She's suffering from cancer. So I went to see her yesterday, and that's why I missed yesterday's program. Today I just came on and it was halfway, which is fine. I'm still enjoying. How can I, is there any way I can see this program again?
Yes, it's on YouTube. Oh,
We have recordings of every day.
So I tell
Okay.
you what, tame chat ma tamaro number mokli diyo, and we'll put you in the group.
Okay, at least group YouTube mouse.
It's in a WhatsApp group, che? And link hase એમાં.
Oh, okay. એટલે આ થોડુંક મિસ કર્યું એટલે આ તો કારણ કે ગઈકાલનું મિસ પછી if you don't follow up then you won't understand the story.
Very true.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
તો આજે મેં સાંભળ્યું કે એક તો આ સેન્ડલવુડનું ઈ તો સમજ પડી. માધવના પુરી ઈ ગામનું નામ છે.
Madhavendra Puri is a bhakt che. He's a devotee.
Oh, he's a bhakt, yeah. Gopal is a
Srinathji.
Havish and Nam Srinathji.
Okay, so that's where I got mixed up. ઈ શ્રીનાથજી છે અને ઈ પુષ્ટિ માર્ગના ને
હવે પુષ્ટિ માર્ગ વાળા કરે છે. Yeah.
પુષ્ટિ માર્ગ વાળા એનું શ્રીનાથજીનું બધું કરે છે અને like ઈ લોકો I'm sorry I'm just generally telling you કે એ લોકો કોઈના ઘરનું ના ખાય, એ લોકો પોતાનું બનાવે ને પોતાનું જમે. Is that right?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Very strict.
Okay, so they are very strict. Yeah, I mean, which is obviously anyway. આપણે બહુ ઓલું નહીં કરવાનું, જેને જેમ ઠીક લાગે.
No, it's very good. Yes, very good.
અને જગતનાથજીનો એક મને સ્ટોરી થોડી ખબર છે કે એને બી કોઈ ખીચડી પેલા ખવડાવતું હતું, પછી is that the true story?
Yeah.
અને અત્યારે બી કહે છે કે દરરોજ ખીચડી બનાવીને જમાડે છે.
હા.
Every day.
That's true.
એ
જગન્નાથ પુરીમાં છે ને.
પુરીમાં. Okay, thank you. Now I'm taking interest, but sometimes I don't understand. And plus, you know, I don't know Tamil.
Bengali હોય છે.
હા, બેંગાલી પણ આપણને આવડે ના અને થોડુંક ઇંગ્લિશ જે તમે વાંચતા હોય, I'm trying to concentrate in it. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah, okay, it's fine. You can carry on now.
Thank you.
તમારો નંબર નાખી દેજો ચેટમાં.
આમાં
નંબર
ના એનમાં છે ને નંબર લઈ લઈશ તમારો. Don't worry.
હા, because અત્યારે હું iPad માં જોઉં છું અને મારો iPad નો નંબર નથી. I'm always
No problem. We'll get it off you later. Okay.
Because તો it's just yeah. iPad માં છે. iPad નો મને નથી ખબર નંબર ને. I don't take no telephone calls on this one. No WhatsApp there. Everything is in this.
Yeah.
No
You can send it in this.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Thank you.
Any questions? Any comments?
ના બહુ મજા આવે છે બસ સાંભળવાની.
Good.
Madhavendra Puri ki jai.